Welcome to Babonga's channel. Today I'm gonna show you how to make a fantastic polymer clay cover for a plastic pen. We all know that polymer clay needs thorough baking and that plastic pens will melt in the oven. So, how do we solve this problem? First, we get our pen and an aluminum pan from which we cut a strip. The tiny hole on the cover of the pen is important, so we keep track of it. Now we start wrapping the aluminum strip around the plastic cover. The soft aluminum strip is longer than the pen and wider, but we cut off only the excess width and we continue wrapping. That means we need the little bit of extra length. We always keep track of the tiny hole as we wrap. This type of aluminum sheet is soft enough and it won't stay unless we tape it with a little bit of masking tape. To finish the shape, we need to twist the top part of the aluminum cover. Pretty much this is the trick. Now we have to clean a little bit around the tiny hole using scissors. After this, we have a secure and steady shape that will support the clay that we will add to create our unique pen cover. Next, we wrap a thin layer of polymer clay. I'm using black, and we try to make the ends meet smoothly. And not only that, it is important to distribute the clay around the cover evenly. And also not to lose the tiny hole. So I'm rolling here very lightly. After this, we cut off the excess clay from top and bottom, and we have to leave the twisted top end free from clay. If we need to roll some more, we need to do that very lightly, and you probably have noticed that I haven't taken out the actual plastic pen. Now we have this, and the next step is to texture. This random plastic mat has a very interesting pattern. So I'm pressing this pattern on the entire surface of the polymer clay. To reveal the beautiful patterns, we use metallic mica powders, and before baking we need to remove the plastic pen. As you see, it holds the shape perfectly. And now we need to decorate some more. I'm gonna use white polymer clay and cheap glass stones like these. I'm gonna make a sandwich of 2 stones and 2 discs of polymer clay and press this on top where the twisted part is. It takes a lot of pressing, and of course after that it needs a lot of trimming of the overflowing white clay. I'm using white so the gem color shows better. Next, we need to make a frame for this and add more decorative elements. As you see, I've prepared black polymer clay, cords and little balls. The only important thing here is to cover the white clay around the stones and to provide an anchor, a support for the actual stone. Another important thing that if you have to add raw clay on baked clay, you first need to apply a drop of liquid polymer clay. Otherwise, the fresh clay won't stick. Now here I'm making an anchor, a support for the heavy glass stone. It doesn't have to have this particular shape, but whatever shape you choose to give it, it has to be there on both sides to support the heavy glass stone. As you see, I'm making it a little pointy. Now I'm gonna add something at the top. I'm trying to place this at the very top center. Next, we have to texture the additions. Here I'm making a leaf pattern, and around the stone I'm gonna use a crisscross pattern because it's very easy to do with a knife. But of course you don't have to stay there. There is always more to do. Add more polymer clay balls, more strips, and give them patterns. And of course, if you like, you can choose different colors of polymer clay. But I'm using black because it works perfectly with shiny metallic micas. After this, we apply again shiny metallic mica powder on the additions and we bake. The result already looks very good, but of course, we can do more. For example, let's mask the tiny hole with a nice patterned belt. And after this, we can add some more at the top. And now let's do the bottom of the pen. I'm using scrap polymer clay mixed and flattened to create a belt where I hold the pen to write. This provides a grip that won't lose its color. Of course, I'm gonna seal the overall pen cover with varnish, but still. Now let's make the additions shine again with metallic mica powder before we put it in the oven for the last time. And this was it. That's how you can make a fantastic polymer clay cover for a common plastic pen.